let's talk about that top pause for a minute. The antidote to the frozen. And the frozen, that freezing happens, as you've noticed a little bit, when you've been lost in thought for a little while. But it also happens, we haven't looked much at it, but when you are in a highly emotionally reactive state, you'll find your breath is also gets a little bit tight, your body gets a bit tight. And like I said yesterday, it's actually there to some degree all the time. Even when we think we're in some sort of balance, we're not in balance because of all those decades of being out of balance. What we're playing with here, when we're playing with breath, at the very root of it is your diaphragm, your breathing muscle. It's a weird muscle because we can't really feel it in the same way we'd feel a bicep or something like that. Here is your diaphragm. And I'm going to just give you a little image to put with it of a parachute, right? Especially those sort of modern parachutes that you can sit in and they pull the ropes, whatever, and they kind of steer themselves around. When you are at the top of the breath, that rib cage around your diaphragm is in its fully expanded position. And this I want you to equate with pulling the ripcord and your parachute opens and it fills up with air, right? So you breathe in and just kind of do it now and just imagine this thing inside you. So breathe in and stop at the top. So you're open and you're in that pause and your parachute just went and it filled up with air. And then exhale and keep it in that open position. And as you exhale, it floats back down. This is the opposite position to the tightness and tension that the kind of lost in thought or the emotional reactivity or whatever wants you to be in. And that has gotten grooved enough that it's now a kind of feels normal, but it's not in balance. And so we need a little bit of this antidote, especially when you notice it's compromised, but kind of all the time. Right? So today, apply that antidote and really think of that opening your parachute or your umbrella and then floating down. That's how you're really going to notice it's open. And then really, as you get used to this, you don't want to let your parachute go back in, right? We just want to leave that thing floating open to some degree all day long.